Let's have a quick conversation that PenFed new members will love. Okay, let's say your application has been approved, and you're all happy, and you've been a member for less than 3 years. Officially, PenFed considers you a relatively new member. Okay, and in today's conversation, I want to share with you a few hacks on how to get your first PenFed credit card. Okay, so I want you to stick around till the end of today's conversation of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, we want to talk about PenFed credit cards for relatively new members, okay? Those of you who have been members for less than 3 years, how to successfully apply as a newbie for a PenFed credit card. The first thing I want you to do is to join something called the PenFed Honors Program. Oh yeah. So officially the name is the PenFed Honors Advantage Program. You want to join that. This is important. The reason is that you're going to have a constellation of benefits from that program. And one of that is to actually one of the benefits is that you can actually apply for the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature Card. And the cool thing is they will waive the $95 annual fee. Now, this card is great for travel aficionados, people who love traveling and whatnot. If you also want to rack up some rewards, this is kind of cool. But besides the advantage linked to this particular credit card, this PenFed Honors Program is just fantastic. Now, how do you qualify for the program? Well, you need to actually you need to have a checking account. So you need to have and maintain a PenFed checking account. Okay, and so in order to maintain your PenFed Honors Advantage membership, you want to actually keep a certain amount in that account. Now, PenFed will let you know once you actually open the account. They will let you know how much you need to keep into the account. That's the first thing. The second thing is you can actually, if you have served in the military, you can qualify right off the bat. You don't need to maintain a checking account. They actually give you like a free pass if you are a serviceman or whatever. You can actually not a problem. Active duty, I'm talking about reserve, active duty, honorable discharge, or retired, they'll take care of you. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do. If you're a newbie, if you're a new member, you've been around for less than 3 years, you want to join the PenFed Honors Advantage Program. And the thing is that there is actually there is no time frame in which you must open a checking account in order to receive the PenFed Honors Advantage, in order to be into that program. But the sooner the better. As soon as they actually approve your membership in terms of your membership, you want to apply for this PenFed Honors Advantage Program right away. Okay, and so that's the first thing you need to do. And I'm really emphasizing because the benefits linked to that program are fantastic. The second thing you want to do is take a look at your banking. See, you just entered the PenFed house, okay, the family, it's a nice thing. You are new to the party, whatever. You want to walk around, and what you do is that in the next 6 months after your membership is approved, I want you to do one particular thing. I want you to open a checking account or a savings account. I want you to write it down, and this is something important. Don't you tell me like, I don't have money, I don't care. You know why? Because you can put $5 in the checking account, that's fine. You can put $10 in your savings account, that's fine. You got to have both. Hey, I'm talking to you. Okay? Don't you try to razzle dazzle me with excuses. And before you know it, your procrastinating ass has forgotten to open the account. You need to open the account. See, when you have two accounts with PenFed, something extraordinary happens. Not only would they start looking at you differently, and I don't care what people say, we have proof. We have been doing this, been there, done that myself, our team members. Basically, they start looking at you differently. They'll start looking at you as someone who has assets. This is very important. If you want to get debts, credit cards, loans, and whatnot from PenFed, you need to have assets. Okay, so you want to build up your war chest. You want to build up your monetary war chest. Very important. So open a checking accounts. So PenFed has a lot of checking accounts. They have a free checking. Okay, they have Access America. That's another checking accounts for if you have a larger balance you want to actually maintain there. That's fine. And you also want to open a savings account. So they have a premium online savings. They have money market certificates. They have regular savings. They have money market savings. The cool thing is it really depends on you. I have no idea what you have in your wallet, boss, because I'm talking to you. So you know how much you're pulling in every month. You know the movement in your pockets. You know. And the thing is, I want you to put some cash in PenFed, okay? If you're a newbie, you're trying to get a credit card from them, you need to show up. You need to show up monetarily speaking, okay? Don't you try to have an account with another institution and trying to apply for a PenFed credit card. It will not work. Or if they approve you, they'll just give you a teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini limit. You might get 300. That's kind of like, wow. I mean, 300 is nothing, or 500, whatever. Okay, and especially because PenFed does not have a secure credit card anymore. They used to back in the days, but they actually cut it. They actually deleted that program. So there is no way to actually build credit through them instead of just having the regular unsecured credit card. So you want to beef up your monetary situation with PenFed. The third thing I want you to do is you want to pre-qualify. You want to seek pre-qualification, and this should be automatic. I don't care. And the thing is that unlike the PenFed loan where they have a link to check your rate, for the credit cards they have no link. The thing is, you got to be a member, and once you are a member, if you are a member after 6 months or so, depending on the movements in your account, especially things are even faster. One thing we have found is that the pre-qualification link is sent to you faster if you have direct deposit with PenFed. In other words, if they see movement in your account, if they see monetary movement, if they see that you are doing good, okay? Because see, the good thing is, these things work in a fantastic way. Direct deposit does two things. Direct deposit does two things when it comes to credit cards and loan applications. Direct deposit actually ascertains that you have a job. Okay. Hello. You have a job. Okay. A job. And number two, that you are making money. So PenFed doesn't need to verify your income anymore because they see cash inflows every 2 weeks or every week or every month, whatever. Okay. So that duality, those two things are important when we want to beef up our profile when it comes to applying for the PenFed credit card. Okay. So you want to pre-qualify. You want to seek pre-qualification. What am I saying here? What I'm saying is you want to stay put. Don't apply for a card. You want to wait for that link, that magic link. The magical link. You want to wait from the pre-approval link, and usually they will send it to you. You will see it when you actually log into your dashboard. Okay, you will see the link. You pre-qualify, whatever. So you have 4 primary PenFed credit cards that you can pre-qualify for, right? So you have the Gold Visa. Fantastic card if you are looking for a card that has a low APR on purchases. Okay, this card has a $100 bonus statement credit when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. Fantastic. The APR oscillates from 7.49% to 17.99%. Think about that. That's really good. We love that delta. The delta here is great. Then you have the Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature. Okay, here, this is a card that gives you 2% cash back on all purchases if you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member. See, I was talking to you earlier about that program that you need to get into. You need to get your ass into that program ASAP. You have 1.5% cash back on all purchases, and you have $100 bonus in terms of statement credit when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. Fantastic. You also have the Platinum Rewards Visa Signature. Think about that. This is actually a great gas card. Okay, you have 15,000 bonus points when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. You have 5x points on gas paid at the pump and EV charging stations, 3x points at the supermarkets, and 1x points on all other purchases. Fantastic. And the fourth card I want to acquaint you with is the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature. Here you have 50,000 bonus points when you spend 3,000 in the first 90 days. This card is great for travel lovers. Fantastic. Now, one of the hacks I want you to pay attention to is patience. Well, I know you're probably sitting around like, patience, I don't have to. How can patience be a hack? Well, you know what? Listen, sometimes it's just better not to do anything. Do you know that there are some games where you actually win just by staying put? Like you just sitting around just sipping the wine or vodka or tea or coffee, whatever, and you win. So it's kind of similar here. The thing is, if you are a newbie, you want to wait for 6 months before applying. Okay, you want to wait for 6 months before applying for a PenFed credit card. Just stay put. Just work around. You want to work on your NPR, on beefing up your monetary situation, on increasing your savings. You want to do whatever it is, but do not apply for a credit card. Just be patient. And the thing is, the good thing is that while you are patient, guess what? You are working on your FICO score. I'm going to talk about FICO score later on, but you are working on your credit score. You need to bring that up. You need to ramp it up. And I'm talking here about super business. Super duper business. What is that? The business of having a high FICO score will actually have a good effect on your APR and the limit that they give you. Okay, and that's one thing you need to think about. So you got to be patient. Make the initial deposit that PenFed wants you to have. Right. Once you're a new member, they want you to make a deposit, $5, $10, whatever. You make that deposit, and then you start working on your savings. Okay, and then you obviously they want you to provide like other information, your social security number, your physical address, your valid ID. I'm talking about driver's license, passport, or other government issued ID. Okay, and they want you to do it, whatever it is, just do it. Okay, and start using your account. Use the card. They give you an ATM card. Use that card. Right now you don't have a credit card, right? But you do have a debit card. Use the debit card, boss. Okay, so you kind of establish, I would say, transactional history. What I call transactional history. They see your cash inflows and cash outflows. They see movements in your account, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. This is kind of cool. I mean, and once you have that, you're in a situation where PenFed start realizing that you know how to manage your money. Even though on a debit card, this is your own money. The way you manage your debit card is kind of how do I say it? Let me just put it another way. Financial responsibility can be deducted, can be actually reflected in the way you use your debit card, and it's kind of similar in the way you use your credit card. Okay. Now let me talk to you about being an authorized user. If you're a newbie, if you're a PenFed newbie, let's say you've been here for less than 3 years and you're trying to get a PenFed credit card. I mean, this whole conversation assumes that you don't have a PenFed credit card right now, and you're trying to maximize your chances of being approved, right? Well, listen, why don't you just become an authorized user on somebody else's card? This is a great opportunity, right? Yeah, think about it. This is a great... Robin, listen to me. I don't care if you're 32. You are 32 or 33, 32. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can be an authorized user at 32 or a 52 or 72. I don't care. You know why? Because you got to be humble. When it comes to credit, be humble. It doesn't matter if you are 32 or 35 or 42. Be humble and build credit. Who cares about your age anyway? The whole thing is you want to actually be on somebody else's credit card and build your credit. That's all it is. So you want to be on a credit card of another PenFed members, right? PenFed member. You want to be able to actually, you want the primary user to have the high FICO score, so you can actually parlay the good credit into your own credit, right? You want to parlay that positive, conducive scenario into your own FICO score, okay? And don't worry about being old. The funny thing is, I don't understand why you talk about being old at 32 or 33. Okay, what? Authorized users are 18 years old, but who cares? Authorized users can be 18 years old. They can be 22 years old. They can be 25 years old. I don't care if you're 72 years old or 80 years old and you need to build your credit. You can be an authorized user, okay? Don't you try to get hung up on those considerations that don't mean anything, honestly, okay? What I'm trying to say here is you want to be an authorized user so that you can actually increase your odds of approval when you apply for a PenFed credit card for real. Like when you are ready to apply, that's kind of good. And the good thing is that it doesn't cost you anything to be an authorized user. You actually parlay, I just said it. You actually take advantage of the good credit of the primary user, and you actually build up your own credit gradually. That's what it is. And that's all you care about. Just make sure though that the primary user is a PenFed member and that he or she has a PenFed credit card, because you don't want to do it with another credit card. You want to build everything in-house. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you about, today's topic is very interesting. Like, basically, you're a newbie at PenFed, okay? You've been around for less than 3 years. You're trying to see what really works, what doesn't work. You're trying to understand how the system works, how the PenFed system works. So the thing is that you need to work on your FICO score, okay? I'm not going to bore you with what you need to do. You know already what you need to do. Your FICO, you need to pay your bills on time, right? This is like the quintessential element here, okay? I mean, if you're trying to really beef up your FICO score, and you're trying to really make sure that you boost your chances of being approved for a PenFed credit card, you want to, and again, I said earlier that there is a strong correlation between your PenFed next gen internal score and your FICO score. You really want to be in a position where you pay your bills on time all the time. Let me repeat that. You want to pay your bills on time all the time. Did you hear that? Hello? Is anybody around? I mean, this is kind of quiet. I want you to repeat this. You need to pay your bills on time all the time. Okay? And we got to be in that position. Why? Why is it important? Talk to me. It's important because your payment history accounts for 35% of your FICO score. 35%. 35. That's more than 1/3. And you know, the funny thing is your credit utilization ratio, the next important factor, accounts for 30%. Your CUR accounts for 30%. So you want to actually lower systematically. And I really want to emphasize the word systematically. You want to lower your CUR while actually increasing your frequency of paying your bills on time. Those two things, if you take care of them properly, you have taken care of 65% of your FICO score. Fantastic. Okay, you want to leave all the accounts open. Don't close the account that you did if you don't use them, unless they were charging you a crazily high APR. Take advantage of any other score boosting program that you have. You know, Experience Boost is one of them. You can actually record your rent to the credit bureaus. Okay, you can, and try to apply for card sparsely. Don't apply for cards all the time. Okay, and again, be patient. It takes time to build credit. Don't you listen to folks who tell you can bump up your credit score by 200 points within 90 days or within 60 days or within 30 days. Those are just no. All right. So you want to monitor your credit, okay? And you can check your credit at many places. You can check your credit at annualcreditreport.com. You can check your credit at Credit Karma. You can check your credit at Talk to Me, Nerd Wallet, Wallet Hub, okay? Credit Wise, there are so many places out there. And before I close today's conversation, I want to talk to you about credit utilization ratio. I just spoke briefly about it. Now I want to dig a little deeper. So what is it? What are we talking about here? Credit utilization basically is the ratio of, let's say, your outstanding. Let's say you have a credit card balance, okay? And let's say they give you a limit, and I'm talking here in the aggregate. I'm talking about your total credit cards, total number of credit cards. Let's say you have a 10,000 limit across all credit cards. That's the cumulative credit limit. And you actually have right now open on the cards 4,500. So in this scenario, your credit utilization ratio is 45%. 4,500 divided by 10,000 multiplied by 100. So you have 45%. This right there is pretty bad. Okay, because when it comes to CUR, you want to be around 30% or 35%. The lower, the better. Even if you're in single digit, that's fantastic. I mean, ideally, you don't want to carry any balance. Okay, I mean, I don't carry any balance on my credit card. I don't. My team members don't carry any balance on their credit cards. But there was a time where I've been there, done that. You know, you actually carry balances and whatnot because cash was tight. Cash is tight. If cash is tight, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I mean, you got to survive. I mean, I'm not, don't listen to nobody trying to razzle dazzle you, tell you about something theory about you need to make all payments on time all the time. Well, what if you can? What if you are in a situation where you just realize, hey, listen, I can't do this. You know, I'm trying, but I got kids. I've got this crazy ass disease that's just killing me. I have to make payments. Stuff happens. So do your best, okay? And make sure that good credit habits can impact your credit score fantastically, okay? And the cool thing is that when we talk about FICO score looks at your credit utilization ratio in two parts. First, it scores the credit utilization for each of your credit cards separately. Then it calculates your overall credit utilization ratio. That is the total of all your credit card balances compared to your total credit limits. Okay. And you really want to make sure that you don't max out your credit card. Okay. Don't use your card's capacity all the time. In other words, if they give you a credit limit of $5,000, don't use $5,000. That's really bad. Okay. I've explained to you before that you just want to be around 30% or 35%. I mean, 25% or even 20% in terms of CUR. Okay. So if you want to manage your credit utilization percentage better, trying to spread out your charges over different cards, time your payments right. Okay. You want to ask your creditor to increase your card's limit. That works fantastically. Okay. And you want to pay your credit cards instead of once a month, pay twice a month or 3 times a month for that matter. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. So in today, I was just talking to you very passionately about PenFed credit cards. If you are a relatively new member, you have been around for less than 3 years, how do you successfully apply as a newbie? So first, you want to join the PenFed Honors Advantage program. You want to beef up your banking. You want to seek pre-qualification systematically. You want to be patient. Okay. I want you to be patient. And you think about being an authorized user on somebody else's card. Okay. Why not? Think about your FICO score and think about your credit utilization ratio. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.